This is Wednesday, November the 4th, American History. We have done a walkout worksheet today in class, so there will be no walkout worksheet for this. Instead, you will be taking the walkout worksheet that the classes took. Well, this is Sam Houston. Sam Houston had created the Texan Army in response to the possible attack by Santa Anna. When Santa Anna did attack the Alamo, it allowed Sam Houston to coordinate his army. Sam Houston believed that the best thing he could do was draw out the supply lines for Santa Anna. So Houston will attack and then retreat, and attack and then retreat, and attack and then retreat. Houston was looking for the perfect place to finally attack the Mexican army. In 1836, at San Jacinto, which today is right outside of Houston, Texas, Santa Anna and his forces will be attacked by Sam Houston. It will be a great victory for the Americans. The Mexican government is forced to surrender and say that Texas is a free and independent country. This is a video that talks about the Battle of San Jacinto. After Houston's victory over the Mexican government, Texas is going to petition Congress for admittance as a slave state. Most people believe that Texas would be divided into 3, possibly 4 parts. President Jackson felt that Texas would be broken into slave states and that the abolitionists in the Senate would never compromise. So Jackson is going to turn down Texas's request to become a state. We are going to have to wait almost 8 years before Texas will become a state. So since Texas is no longer a state, Texas becomes the Republic of Texas, the Lone Star Republic, and they elect Sam Houston as their first president. While all of this is going on, many Americans are beginning to create trails and go into the mountains. Now, this is Jim Bridger. Jim Bridger was originally from Missouri, St. Louis, and Bridger is going to go up the Missouri, then he will go up the Platte, and he will trade with Native Americans in what is now Wyoming and Colorado. Frank Waddell, who is from the area around St. Joseph, is going to realize the great profit in the South Rocky Mountains. And Waddell is going to create a trading post in Santa Fe. This is a biography of Jim Bridger. During the Jackson administration, most Americans saw Oregon and New Mexico as part of the United States. More and more Americans were going to Oregon. More and more Americans were going to New Mexico. There was land, which was rich for farms. There was mineral. There were game. The mountain man is going to establish trails for trade. The American citizens are going to take these trails to the various places. Now, you can see on this map the trails. Notice how almost all of them start in St. Louis. You will get on a boat in St. Louis that will take you either to Independence, Missouri, or St. Joseph, Missouri. You then will get what you need for your trail, and off you will go to New Mexico, or to Oregon, or to later California, or to later Utah. These became prime landing spots for Americans. Now, of course, the more the Americans are there, the more they believe that this land belongs to them. By the time we get to James K. Polk, the American people are ready to fight for this land. Rich farmland awaited. Nobody knew about the gold yet. The settlers stayed in Northern California. Now, the Mexicans were found mostly in Southern California. So the hope was, with the Americans in the north and Mexicans in the south, there would not be a clash. Well, I think this would probably be a good place for us to stop. The two videos that we have are a little bit long. And again, we have a walkout worksheet today in class. Tomorrow, we are going to look at the Second Great Awakening.